Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Everyday Podcast. If you're new here, this is the place where we talk about life, language, and learning English in the most natural and fun way possible. I'm Dave, your host, and of course I'm joined by my co-host, the one and only Sophia.
Hey everyone, I'm so glad you're here with us today. We've got an awesome episode lined up, and trust me, you're going to love it.
Absolutely. Today's topic is one of my favorites. It's a debate people love to have. We're talking about city versus countryside. Which one is better? Which one fits your personality?
Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. I already know where I stand.
Oh, definitely. But before we dive in, we've got something cool for you. Did you know that every episode comes with a free PDF guide?
That's right, it's packed with key vocabulary, useful phrases, and even some fun practice questions. You can follow along while you listen or use it later to review. Just check the link in the description.
All right, let's jump in.
Okay, Dave, let me ask you this. Are you a city guy or a countryside guy?
Oh, I'm a city guy through and through. I love the energy, the convenience, the lights. It's my vibe. But wait, are you telling me you're a countryside person?
Well, duh, totally. I mean, who wouldn't want to wake up to fresh air, birds chirping, and endless green hills? It's like living in a fairy tale.
Well, okay, that does sound nice. Until you realize there's no coffee shop within a 10-mile radius.
Okay, fair point. But let's be honest, city mornings can be rough. Sirens, car horns, the neighbor's dog barking. It's not exactly peaceful.
That's true though, but there's something about the city's chaos that I love. It feels alive. Like you walk out your door and there's always something happening. Restaurants, concerts, art shows, you name it.
I get that, but don't you ever feel overwhelmed? Like sometimes the hustle and bustle just doesn't stop.
Yeah, it can be a bit much. But then again, isn't the countryside too quiet? Like, what do you even do for fun? Watch grass grow?
Ha ha ha, very funny. Actually, there's plenty to do. Bonfires, stargazing, hiking, maybe even a good old-fashioned picnic. And it's so much easier to just relax out there.
All right, that does sound nice. But I have to ask, don't you miss the convenience of the city? I mean, if I'm craving sushi at midnight, I can probably find it. Can you say the same for the countryside?
Well, not really, but here's the thing. Countryside food is fresher, like straight from the garden fresh. And don't even get me started on homemade pies.
Okay, now you're making me hungry. But let's talk transportation. In the city, I've got subways, buses, taxis. It's easy to get around. The countryside? It's all driving, isn't it?
Yeah, but driving in the countryside is like therapy. No traffic, no honking, just open roads and beautiful views. Plus, you can blast your favorite playlist and sing like no one's watching.
Okay, point taken. I agree, that does sound fun. Speaking of playlists, what's on yours right now?
Oh, well, right now, it's a mix of country ballads and some city-inspired pop. Gotta keep it balanced.
Love it. Okay, here's another one to compare. Let's not forget the scenery. Cities have that glow at night. The lights, the skyline, it's magical.
True, but have you ever looked up at the stars in the countryside? It's like the whole sky comes alive. No filter needed.
Okay, I'll admit that sounds amazing. Both have their beauty, don't they? But let's hear what our listeners think. Are you team city or team countryside?
Yes! Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. Now for the best part. It's time for Marco to jump in with some handy vocabulary we've used today. Take it away, Marco.
It's vocabulary time with Marco.
Thanks, Sophia. Hey, listeners. Let's go over some of the words and phrases Dave and Sophia used today. Hustle and bustle. This means busy activity, especially in the city. For example, I love the hustle and bustle of downtown life, but sometimes it's nice to escape to a quieter place. fresh air. Clean, unpolluted air, usually found in the countryside. For example, after spending all week in the city, I really needed some fresh air, so I took a trip to the mountains. Stargazing. Looking at the stars in the night sky, often for relaxation. For example, we laid out a blanket in the field and spent the evening stargazing. It was so peaceful. Convenience. The state of being easy or comfortable. For example, living in the city has its conveniences, like having restaurants and shops open late at night. Overwhelmed. Feeling stressed or unable to cope with too much happening at once. For example, I felt overwhelmed by the noise and crowds in the city, so I decided to take a quiet weekend trip to the countryside. Peaceful. Calm and quiet without any noise or stress. For example, the countryside is so peaceful, you can hear the birds chirping and the leaves rustling. Scenery. The natural or urban landscape, often admired for its beauty. For example, the city skyline at night is stunning, but nothing beats the breathtaking scenery of rolling hills in the countryside. Energy. The lively and dynamic atmosphere often associated with cities. For example, I love the energy of the city. It's so exciting and motivating. Escape. To get away from a place or situation, often to relax or find peace. For example, after a busy week at work, I needed to escape the city for a day and recharge in nature. Try using these words in your own sentences and see if you can describe your city or countryside experience. Back to you, Dave and Sophia.
Thanks, Marco. Those are some great words to know, and I hope our listeners try them out.
So everyone, what's your take? Do you love the city's energy, or are you all about that peaceful countryside life? Share your thoughts in the comments.
And don't forget to give us a like if you enjoyed this episode. Share it with a friend or family who's trying to decide between city and country life.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, there's magic in your everyday life, no matter where you are.
And listeners, if you want to take your English journey to the next level, check our playlist. Listening while sleeping is one of the most effective ways to improve new language learning.
That's true, so give it a try. Click the link in the description or just click the screen in the middle. Bye for now.